Well, today we are back here in David Thompson Country, and if you can't tell already, I'm in the quaint little town of Nordegg, Alberta, with a gorgeous view of the first range at the far back, and even Shunda Mountain and Coliseum Mountain. And we got invited here by Clearwater County to come and show you guys something that's been in the making for at least a decade, but the origin story of this trail actually dates 100 years when they built the railroad all the way to Nordegg. Back when they did a lot of coal mining here and they needed the railroad tracks to bring all that coal back to civilization, they built the railroad track. After the decline of the coal mining industry, some of these railroad trunks got abandoned. So did one of the lines that comes to the town of Nordegg. Over the years, people have used it for quadding and probably snowmobiling, that kind of stuff, and there wasn't really an official trail up until 2015 when Clearwater County decided that they were going to try to make an official trail, and then it took several years later where they actually started to build little chunks of it, and now in 2024 we actually have about a third of this trail completed. The rail trail is actually going to come from Nordegg, following the railroad tracks all the way back to Rocky Mountain House. So it's going to be a neat little thing for snowmobilers to use, or quads, or mountain bike. Anybody who wants to use the trail will be able to. It's a multi-use trail. So today we got the help from a company called eOutdoors here based in Rocky Mountain House to give us some e-bikes for us to use to explore this fantastic little rail trail. We're going to show you where the trail starts, which is right here. There's like a nice little parking lot here, and this one follows the actual south side of the road. It goes through all the provincial rec areas, so I think once all this trail is completed, it'll be nice to be able to stop at camping. You might be able to do a bicycle camping tour, that kind of stuff. And then we're gonna go all the way to where it ends at the Saunders Provincial Recreation Area, and there's a cool little bridge that has a gorgeous view, I've been told. So we're gonna go use our bikes, go down there and check that out. So without wasting any time, let's go and get ready and hit biking on the trail. Well, look at this spot. It's quite windy here today, but this is Beaver Dam. This is what the provincial recreation area is called. There's a little tiny beaver dam at the far back there, and this is kind of a small lake, small pond. It's not even that far from Nordegg. Like if we follow the trail on the e-bike here, it's only a couple kilometers. There's a little parking lot here, so you do have access to the road. So this would be kind of a perfect spot if you're planning on doing some e-biking and then going and using these as a tenting spot. Or you can even go and start from further towards Rocky Mountain House, come all the way here, go to Nordegg, and then come back here to camp because it's really close to Nordegg. So now we're gonna hit back on the bikes and we're gonna go all the way to the Harlot campground, show you guys what that's all about, and then big finale, so we show you the Taunton Trestle at the very end of the trail. nice, very new, shiny sign we have for the rail trail. We're right beside the Harlot campground. This is another campground that's along David Thompson Highway, and it also marks the point where the rail trail actually crosses the David Thompson Highway to go back towards the North Saskatchewan River. So the Harlot campground would be the second campground that you're going to come across after the Beaver Dam. So this one here, it's roughly around the 15-ish to 20 kilometer mark. As for the Beaver Dam, that's only a few, maybe 4 or 5 kilometers away from town. So if you're looking for an excellent spot to do a little bit of e-touring, you can park in Nordegg and come to the Beaver Dam, come to the Harlot campground, and keep going. And eventually they're going to finish the trail all the way to Rocky Mountain House, so you'll have a cool long trail to follow. So at the far back over there, you can actually see Eagle Mountain. We did that super early in the season there a few years back. There was way too much snow, but we got to the top of there. I have a video of us going up there on my channel. You guys can go and check that out if you guys want. Let's carry on back on the trail, and we're going to show you guys what the cool Taunton Trestle looks like. Wow, well, look at this amazing view. This is called the Taunton Trestle Bridge. And this just got finished just last year. And they refinished the whole surface of this, and they put guardrails in here, and you got one side that's completely boarded in because you don't really have a view on the north side. But on the south side, you have an amazing view, and that behind me there is the first range of the Rocky Mountains. That range is kind of detached from the rest of the Canadian Rockies, and this extends all the way up northwards to Coliseum Mountain. So we've actually made multiple videos of us going up to Coliseum Mountain, so you can check my channel if you want to see more of that. And that mountain range from Coliseum Mountain comes all the way south to here, where the North Saskatchewan River crosses, but then it extends another 50 kilometers south. And at the far back over there, you can also see the Ram Fire Lookout. That whole mountain range is part of that, and it extends pretty far out. But you can tell from here, if you're on top of that mountain over there, how you would have a great view of the area if you're especially looking for forest fires. So this is definitely the highlight of the 109 kilometers that's going to be part of the rail trail. And this is also an exciting trail because this is going to open some bike touring activities where you can go down on the trail, do 20-30 kilometers, stop at a campsite, and do the whole travel from Rocky Mountain House all the way to Nordegg, just like what David Thompson used to do back in the day. But instead of taking 3 months to do it, you'll probably be able to do it in a few days. So this is the Taunton Trestle Bridge here in David Thompson Country. And I'm Eric Tremblay, and these are my adventures. Peace out, everyone.